Vocaloid community, I got a bone to pick with you. So recently, there has been some more crazy news coming from the Vocaloid community, as always. We've been having a good week in the Vocaloid community. We've got Brazil Miku everywhere. Brazil Miku, Brazil Miku, Brazilian Miku. Oh God, Brazilian Miku. Oh my God. So the animator who did the rabbit hole animation and the mesmerizer whole music video recently came out with a post on Twitter with a white background and black text. Oh, the trauma from being a VTuber. So let's read what he has to say. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Manager-san for translating this for me. He does speak Japanese, so he was able to actually translate this for me correctly with some added context, because a lot of the context is kind of missing with the Google translated version. So I'll run that down as I read through this. Hi everyone, I'm Channel. Hatsune Miku has always been a large presence that I attach myself to and have a number of things I would like to express / say to everyone. I had to scrap, postpone, or delay most of my videos / works that I had prepared. So I ended up having 2 months of free time. I ended up giving my undivided attention to illustration for the first time in a good while. Channel by nature is a creepy type of creator, in parentheses, is specifically using one of the most derogatory words to describe someone as creepy or gross, parentheses. And I have been drawing pictures of Miku with all my quirks, kinks / into personally. That's what he means by quirks, from the very beginning. But since making the MV, it feels as if I have become more seen by the community spreading gross beauty. In context, they use the word for true bad odor for gross. So a truly bad odor, beauty. And getting carried away, recently it seems the sensitive content of mine has been reaching people who dislike it. Because Hatsune Miku is a character free from any real setting or background, I thought it would be okay. So I had been drawing Miku freely and without a care for any aftermath or repercussions. This is something that I must acknowledge, as the number of people with negative feelings towards / connotations of Miku increases. It would be unfair of me to continue using the excuse of Miku's character. In this regard, after this month, this account will no longer be uploading sensitive content of Hatsune Miku. This is something that I have been thinking about since I drew Gal Miku a month ago. I would love to continue making lots of music videos going forward, but in my personal projects end up being a nuisance and causing issues for Vocaloid fans and producers. I think it is best that I have a policy that allows me to enjoy working with Vocaloid. I would like to offer my sincere gratitude to all the people that have supported all of my activities so far. I would also very much like to apologize for the lack of consideration in my activities till now. One way or another, I will make lots of good things so that I can be forgiven. So yeah, so Channel, who created the animations that we all know, is apologizing for the art that he made of Miku. So I don't know if you guys remember back during the time of Rabbit Hole Miku, if you guys remember Rabbit Hole Miku, and the big flame war that happened over the fact that this character that Channel had made, well, it wasn't technically Channel's, it was Deco Nina's character that Channel had taken and made an animation with, blew up, and it caused a lot of controversy, and it caused a lot of Vocaloid fans, and I mean new Vocaloid fans, not the old ones, the new ones, to get very upset because Miku is 16. Well, is she really 16? Right? So we have this problem of this man, maybe he's not a man. This person, right? I don't know if this is a man or not. Like, I don't want to assume, okay? I don't want to assume that he's being harassed over the images of Miku he is drawing. And let me tell you firsthand, when I went looking through his art, first of all, lovely art. I love their art. Their art is gorgeous. But there was nothing really that bad that I saw. I would say like the worst is a rabbit hole Miku that he did where the rabbit is in front of a certain place, if you know what I mean. I don't know, maybe my brain has been rotted by VTuber Twitter, and when I scroll through twitter.com, I see a bunch of VTuber, you know what. But I think this is becoming a problem. It is becoming a problem that we're harassing artists, because we talk about, oh, let's protect artists, and you know, AI is bad and all these things. Yet when you get mad, you see something you don't like, your instant thought is to go harass this person, which is really bad because at the end of the day, I hate to break it to you, but Miku is a program. She is what I call Japanese Barbie. I've called her Japanese Barbie for a very long time. I'd like to coin the phrase that she's Japanese Barbie. That was all me because I'm like thousands of years old and I knew that was going to happen. Anyways, let's go back on a little bit of history of what Vocaloid is and what had happened, right? So in the 2000s, Mako was released. I think around 2004, 2005. Do not quote me on that. It's around there, right? Sometime in 2004, 2005, she was released, right? And she did fantastic for the time, right? She sold really well. And so then Kaito came along. And Kaito, they were like, okay, well, Mako did really well. Kaito's going to do really well, right? And then Kaito was an industry flop. He flopped so hard. Poor Kaito, rip in peace, Kaito. I'm so glad the ice cream song came and saved you. He saved your little booty. But he was a flop, right? And once Krypton took over Mako and Kaito, which, you know, they did because they originally were Yamaha, right? Once they did that, they were like, okay, we're going to release a new Vocaloid. But we don't want what happened to Kaito to happen to this new Vocaloid. So they were like, you know what? Let's try different marketing strategy. And back in 2007, that's when idols were taking off. Like, that's where a huge idol boom happened. So they thought, you know what? Maybe we should just make her a 16-year-old idol, right? Virtual pop star, virtual idol, right? And we sell her like that. And she sold like hotcakes, just like sold so quickly, right? And so the 16 really comes down to the marketing of her software. It is not just her canon age for her entirety. The point of Miku is that she is a doll that you can make into whatever you want. And it's just not just Miku. It's Mako, it's Kaito, it's Rin, it's Len, it's Luca, it's every single Vocaloid because they are meant to fill the roles that you put them in. And so back when this person was getting semi-canceled by the Project Sakai fans, which we all know who you are. We know it's the Project Sakai fans. Let's not fool ourselves here. I know it's you guys because I saw you guys on TikTok. Okay, I saw you. Okay, not all of you guys, but like I saw a lot of you, right? Who were really defending Miku, and you guys were starting to be so delusional that you were like, this isn't Miku. This is clearly an OC named Pure by Channel, which it wasn't even Channel's OC. It was actually Dekonina's, and Dekonina, it's a Dekonina Miku because all of them are Miku, and that this version of Miku is not 16, right? And I don't know why we keep having this conversation. Or like, I don't understand why we keep having this conversation because like it's been discussed time and time again that these characters do not have actual ages because they're virtual dolls. That's what they are. They can be whatever you want them to be. Or if someone's gonna be weird with Miku, they're gonna be weird with Miku. They're gonna be weird with Rin. They're gonna be weird with Len. They're gonna be weird with any of the Vocaloids. Heck, they could be even weird with Kaito and Mako, who are adult characters, I guess, you know, and they can age them down and be really weird with them. The point is, though, is that if you come across something you do not like, right? If you come across Channel stuff and you're like, man, I'm really uncomfortable with this stuff, then block him, or mute him, or scroll away, or something. Because at the end of the day, you should not be harassing somebody over something that you don't like. There is no reason. And the way that I feel so bad for him, because like, as I said in the beginning, this was translated by my manager who can read and speak and write Japanese. And so he was having a hard time looking up some of these words because these were words that he was not familiar with, and that a lot of even some of the native Japanese speakers would have a hard time figuring out what these words mean, right? And specifically like the derogatory words to describe someone as creepy or gross, the kinks into into personally, they use the word for truly bad odor for gross, tells me that he is self-deprecating in a way that makes it so he's appeasing the people who do not like him, or do not like his work. Bullying, at the end of the day, even if you don't like someone, is not okay. Because he didn't break any laws. He didn't do anything that was bad. He just drew some fan art that some people might have been uncomfortable with, which again, it wasn't even that bad at the end of the day. It was really not. Like, I'm telling you, like, there was nothing going into things. There was no genitalia exposed. None of that. It was just like some kind of lewd-ish content. It was lewd and maybe like, I don't sensitive. I don't know. It wasn't something that I would clock as like worth harassing over, because trust me, there's definitely art on Twitter that I'm like, oh, that's a yikes. But at the end of the day, I block or I mute and I move on, because that's what you should be doing. Miku can be whoever you want her to be, because if you in your brain think Miku is 16, then Miku is 16. I'm not going to tell you, no one's going to tell you that Miku isn't 16 to you. However, if you are pushing that narrative onto others, you are actively ruining what the Vocaloid community actually is, which is a place for people to express themselves through music and virtual dolls to tell stories. If that didn't exist, we wouldn't have stories like the Evilist Chronicles. We wouldn't have songs like If You Dodo, which it's so funny because you guys get mad at Rabbit Hole, but you don't get mad at this song, which the original song literally has Miku, Rin, Luca, Gumi, and Ia literally moaning into a microphone, essentially. They're moaning. And you guys don't get mad at that song or that creator, or you're not getting mad at the creator of Plus Boy, or Holy Lance Explosion Boy, or Spice, or Gigantic OTN, or Romeo and Cinderella, because when you look at these songs, they are expressions of sexuality. Do not become Puritans. Like, that's what this is giving. It's a bad look. And when I say this, trust me, it is easier and less energy to just block and move on or scroll or whatever than it is to sit down and harass an artist, harass people on the internet, because at the end of the day, harassing is bad. No matter how you paint it. I'm sorry if you don't like this person. I'm sorry if you think this person is cringe. I'm sorry that you think that they're a bad person. Just don't interact. And let's be real. If you guys think that someone is a PDF and you're a minor, just why are you interacting with them to begin with? Block and move on. Don't harass. Anyways, I really love Miku. I really love Vocaloid, and support Brazilian Miku at all costs, and all South American versions of Miku, please. They're literally my heart and soul. Yeah. Also follow Channel, who's an amazing animator and amazing, literally artist. I am floored that this is happening to them. Just follow them. And follow me. Don't forget that. Follow me. Follow me. I stream on Twitch. Yeah, I stream on Twitch and I post here on YouTube every few days. Anyways, bye!